Welcome to another podcast. We got podcast number 9 rolling right now. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out to Mahi Palace for hosting once again. We are grateful for the opportunity, and second of all, also Elmo's Taqueria, okay? Aside from that, welcome as your host, Danny, right here, or as you know me as D1 Visual. And then we're going to have our special guests today introduce themselves.
Hey, what's up, guys? Coach Al, a.k.a. the Shutdown King.
That is amazing, brother.
You like that?
I'm Pete B. Stunner, downtown San Jose.
Chris Omatic, San Jose local, your friend. We out here.
Jeez. Zach Sevilla, starter and creator of Best Bay Area Food.
Okay. All right. So first and foremost, let's start off with a quick intro. Besides your name, what does your media page do? What do you hold? What are you? Give us a little feedback. Let the intro warm up.
Yeah, for sure. My Instagram holds first of all, the Coach Al came from my coaching before anything, before the Shutdown King came through. But I just promote. I promote a lot of businesses. I help a lot of small businesses, big businesses, anything that needs help, anything you put it in my face, I'll sell it. Pete?
Well, I'm not as cool as Coach Al here. I'm not an influencer, but there's a venue in downtown San Jose. It's called Pete B. Center. We're the largest privately owned music venue in all of the Bay Area. We're going to do some amazing stuff. EDM, Latin, reggae, reggaeton, R&B, hip-hop, and all that good stuff.
My name is Chris. I do my own page, and I help out also with Best Bay Area Food. We primarily focus on a lot of food stuff when it comes to the Best Bay Area Food page. My page, personally, I try to focus on food, and I want to focus more on the community of San Jose, not just that, just spread out more. Businesses, people, art, history, all around, all the good stuff.
Yeah, so I am the main creator behind Best Bay Area Food. I started it about 7 or 8 years ago as a menu photographer and videographer for restaurants. Started dumping content out on this Instagram. It started to snowball, built into this platform to now where we do restaurant marketing, media, content creation, stuff like that.
Cool. You're talking, Zach, right? Feel free to tell us about how you got into what you do. How did you get into?
Man, I kind of stumbled into it. I got into a point after high school around 2011, 2012. I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life. I was a photographer, shooting weddings, shooting real estate, events, and I honestly hated it. And I didn't know where I wanted to go creatively. And that's when it kind of fell into my lap. I started working with DoorDash and Uber Eats, shooting menus. And from there, I just started to travel around to the different spots, finding all these restaurants, shooting their menus, and then I was like, all right, I'll just start dumping on this Instagram. And one thing led to another, and it just, like I said earlier, snowballed into something that I never thought was going to happen. And then it just became a full content creation social media platform. Everyone's like, oh, go check this place out, shoot this place, do this, do that. So yeah, kind of just stumbled into it, and I'm having fun doing it, and I love it.
Cool. Chris?
Well, when it comes to all this, I kind of same thing, similar. Kind of got thrown into it as well, and just started doing it more and more. Got good at working with a camera, making sure food looks good, and my first passion actually is music. I'm a musician, and actually I wanted to do that. I'm still doing it, in some form, but right now our focus is in where is our food content. We supporting small businesses and you making sure what we have in our city looks good on camera and all around, and what everyone, all the restaurants, big, small restaurants and all.
Cool. Al, you got the mic?
Yeah, for sure. Kind of like what Zach said, kind of just fell on my lap. I've been coaching basketball for about 17 years, and me and my camera guy decided to get some tacos, and we were driving around Monterey Road that day. I seen a big fire truck, and I said, wow, man, that fire truck looks fire. So we sat there, and then before I was ordering our tacos, my camera guy said, hey, Coach, why don't you do one of your basketball videos for the food? I said, okay. And then after we did the video for El Bombero, shout out El Bombero and Tres Hermanos, it kind of went from there to what I'm doing now. So, yeah, that's why we're still rolling.
Pete, you want to tell us about how you got into the music, or how you were able to expand that?
Oh man, that's a long story by itself, but I'm going to try to condense that down a little bit. I came from the tech world, went into clean tech about 16 years ago. I opened up my first clubs and had a couple of clubs ever since, and passed it down to my son now. But I've done a lot of festivals and stuff like that in downtown San Jose at Cesar Chavez Park. 2022 was the last festival that I put together. In 23, I was going to put one together, and I thought to myself, we really don't have a nice music venue in the Bay Area, something that people can call home. The biggest problem that I noticed that we have here in the South Bay is that a lot of people that want to go to a concert venue, they have to go somewhere else. They have to go to Berkeley. They have to go to San Francisco, Sacramento, Santa Cruz, so on and so forth. Nothing here in the South Bay. So I want to create something unique. So in 23, an opportunity opened up in downtown San Jose. I was like, well, shit, there's an opportunity right here. It's good. So acquire a space, the former Uproar Brewery building, and turn that into a music venue. Today, we're the largest privately owned music venue in the Bay Area, 2,000 people cap, and we plan to do some pretty awesome music lineup.
So what do you want the community, the people, to get out of the media that you make? What's the message behind what you sell? Because most of the time, outside of me personally, when I make media too, I believe what I've learned is we're selling an emotion or a message. What is it, the message that you want your crowd to receive from when they see your videos, your content?
I would say, support each other. We're all from San Jose. We're all from the same community. Yeah. And I would say just support and be one unit. And if anyone needs help, if it's small, big, large, or whatever you guys came from, hey, man, just support.
Yeah. When I make content for Pete V Center, the first thought that comes to mind is, how do we create vibrancy for downtown San Jose? How do we make the South Bay, specifically San Jose, a tier 1 destination for entertainment? And in doing that, the best way to do that is to let people know what's to come, what's coming up, and the type of talent that we're working on. Some of the stuff that we're working on right now is that in 26, we're going to have, I have a partnership with Holo Holo Festival, with Dan Sheehan, the founder of Cali Roots and Holo Holo Fest and Good Vibes Entertainment and all that good stuff. So we have 6 festivals lined up in 26 at Discovery Metal.
Oh, okay.
The lineup to be determined, to be announced pretty soon. We're going to have some pretty awesome lineup. We're expecting about 15,000 people there per day.
It's going to be really good for San Jose. Chris?
I think the biggest thing, and I think we already touched that subject, is like showing that San Jose does have a lot of talent out here, and we want to showcase as much as we can, like the people, the food, the restaurants, and all that. And I know a lot of people are not, or restaurants, I would say, don't have that good media training, but we would love to see. We love to come in and show off who those people are. And I think the message all around is like, hey, we have good food out here, not just in San Francisco or Oakland, but San Jose has some hitter spots when it comes to our food scene, even our talent all around.
Yeah, I think Chris kind of touched all the topics there on what the page tries to highlight for sure. And my main focus is always community, collaboration, and the tagline on the page is food with friends. So, I've always tried to get more people involved, whether it's creators, people that want to eat. Like it started with just me and friends just kind of fooling around, eating food, showing the spot we're at, and then turned into a whole production now that we do. But the main focus for sure is just highlighting all the restaurants in the Bay Area and just, giving them their chance in the spotlight.
Okay. Yeah. So tell us about experiences that you guys have lived through that have contributed to shaping what you do. I know there's many. I'm sure there's some that you might be able to highlight, right? Like something that you experienced or, a mentor contributed to where you are right now.
Well, being in this this work that I've been doing, I would say the Hispanic community, man, I did not know and see how much grit that they have. Everything that I've seen through the whole Hispanic community, man, I give it all to them. They work so hard, and all of them have a story. They all have a story, and I just congratulate how far they came, and now and to where they are now. And man, yeah, it's motivating, motivation more than anything.
I'm glad you asked that question, brother. I appreciate you for giving us an opportunity to answer that type of question. For me, I remember a 19-year-old Pete going around downtown San Jose and Campbell and stuff like that, watching some live music. And I went out and watched a rock band. At the time, I was in a little garage band. I was a drummer. And I thought to myself, man, I would love to be able to play at a venue like this. I forgot the name of the venue. That was many, many moons ago. I noticed that a lot of people in the industry, they don't like to open doors for most people that are up and coming. One of the things that we want to do over at Pete B Center, by the way, we're a nonprofit organization under the Pete B Foundation.
Okay.
One of the many things that we want to do is we want to give people opportunity. So we created a DJ forum. Basically, all the DJs that comes in, we want to share. We want to give them an opportunity, pretty much, meaning that we bring this DJ together, and so far we have pretty close to 100 that join our forum. The purpose is to find out what their visions are for downtown San Jose, South Bay specifically. The second purpose is to understand, how can Pete B Center help them, And the third part of that is how can we work together? What we want to do is give these DJs an opportunity to create something amazing together. And then what we also want to do is people that are looking to go into the entertainment world, whether it's being a musicians, a production company, or whatever the case may be, we want to be able to give these people an opportunity to come in, learn, sit behind the scene, be hands-on to a certain extent, be hands-on on what's going on with the productions, from audio productions to lightings to sounds, and screens, It's just giving people an opportunity to get in there and try it out to see if they even like it, for that matter, Many times businesses will get into a position where they're like, well, no, we don't have time to deal with that. We don't have time to give, lower level starters, some 18-year-old, an opportunity to do anything in this particular industry. There's a lot of ego in it, I want to put all that ego aside and give people an opportunity to try it out, for good or for bad.
Does this mic have battery before Pete takes it off? Are we good here? We're good?
We're good.
Because I think he might drain the whole battery for everybody.
Okay.
A good
Can you say the question again?
Yeah, of course. Tell us about an experience, something that you've lived through. It can be before or during you doing your influencing, right? That's shaped you or contributed to what you do.
I feel it. Well, I'm a strong believer in when it comes to like who you surround yourself with is who you become. And I surrounded myself with, quite, different people throughout my whole life, and even more so even with people before I've worked with, help build myself and help build who I am today, even now, the people I surround myself. They're really encouragement. I believe that who you surround yourself with really like what is going to determine your future, determine how hard you work, determine how much you put in when it comes to like what you love to do. And I believe that, where I'm at now, I've had a lot of people in my life to encourage me, because if it wasn't without them, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. And, we're still going, with the community of San Jose and everyone else all around. I believe that, I believe in more so unity when it comes to a lot of what we do is what's going to really take us how far.
I got a couple people to shout out, at least that, helped me on my journey. One being my parents, my mom and my dad, encouraging me that I could do anything I want in this world, even if it's something I love. Some point you're going to make it work. So shout out to my mother and father. And then I also had a mentor who also helped me and trained me when I was shooting for DoorDash. His name is Andrew Powell. He may not see this, may or may not. Shout out, Andrew. You're the one. He taught me everything I know now. Got me 10 years down the road shooting restaurants and continuing to go from there. But even when I was in high school, I was in a touring band. I've always been a creative. I always knew being in the creative space or in a creative aspect, making some sort of money, doing some sort of creative work, art, anything, music, photography, I knew I always wanted to do it. And I just, worked my ass off to get to this point.
Yeah. So I want y'all now to tell us about an experience that you learned from, right? We make mistakes. I want you guys to show a little bit of vulnerability to the people and just, a time where you messed up, but you learned off of it, I got it. There you go.
The biggest thing, I just learned this more recently, is at the end of the day, you have yourself. And that's what's going to take you where you want to be. I believe that, yes, you have a community and friends that support you, but, it takes yourself to get where you want. And, yeah, that's it.
That's an excellent question. One of the things that I learned over the course of the last 48 hours actually is kind of fresh in my mind right now. That's why I grabbed the mic right away. I have a lot of people that approach me with ideas all the time. Hey, Pete, we should do this. Hey, Pete, we should do that. Here's one thing that I want to share with all your audience, brother, and that is this. I don't care what you're going to do in life. It don't matter what you do in life. You want to be a bank robber, do it the right way. You want to be, a criminal, do it the right way. There are legal, criminal committers out there, for lack of a better word. What I'm getting at here is this, all joking aside, right? Whatever you want to do in life, it's a long route, but do it the right way because the shorter route is not sustainable. I sound like an old man talking about that shit right now.
We need that wisdom.
Yeah,
we need that wisdom.
With age comes experience and wisdom, yes.
Good, pass.
Pass, okay, good. Yeah, good. Now, yeah, everyone gets as many as you want, okay? Feel free, right?
That was good.
Yeah, okay.
They said this. They nailed it on the head.
Yeah, okay.
They definitely did. Chris spoke from the heart, spoke from the heart and wisdom and all the experience that he came from.
All right, so I'll start off with you, Al, for this next question, okay? Yep. What are things that you do on a daily basis, right, or weekly, monthly basis as an influencer that, can be tedious, that can be like a pet peeve, like, man, I really have to take the time to do this, but it's something that, like, can't be missed for, reaching your crowd or et cetera, right? People who don't understand the work of an influencer.
Well, energy, right? So definitely got to work out every single day. I mean, the energy that I bring is from my coaching. That's why when you hear the shutdown king, I mean, everybody hears that, right? But
I love
it brings it. It brings the crowd. It brings the attention, and just working out, man, staying sane, and just staying true to myself, and just like I said, man, just feeding the homeless every single month. I've been doing that for about 17 years. St. James Park in San Jose.
Okay.
And man, just being true to myself, man, and because I went through a lot. I went through a lot of my life, and to get to where I was at to now, a whole 720. So I give everything to God and more to my family, and yeah, that one definitely touched me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome answer. Yes.
That's amazing, brother. I'm not an influencer, but I can relate to that question that you were asking, brother. A lot of people don't realize, including the influencers, what happens behind the scene kind of deal. The way I look at it here is like this. Influencers are technically self-employed. Mm-hmm. As a self-employed individual, whether it's a large corporation or a smaller corporation, the guy on top is like a swan. Right below that smooth-looking character that you put out, down there's a lot of your feet are moving really fast. There's a lot of stuff as a CEO of a corporation, influencers as a CEO of your own page or pages. There's a lot going on that a lot of people don't realize. Hell, I'm not an influencer, but I do videos behind the scene for Pete B Center. You do? And boy, the editing part of it's a lot more than I thought. A lot more fun than I thought.
Yeah.
It's easier to say "shut down King," but the editing after that "shut down King," it's a little complicated.
Real. Yeah.
Can I cuss?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I think I speak for Chris.
already did.
I think I speak for Chris and I. I fucking hate the word influencer. I hate it. Despise
sorry,
it. No, it's
I
fine.
apologize for Mr. Miyagi.
I hate being classified as an influencer. I think I speak for Chris as that too. You know, we strive as content creators, and I think the biggest difficulty with, you know, creating content and being an influencer has to be, you know, being creative all the damn time. Having the ideas, executing the ideas, creative briefs, shooting, editing, all of it encompassed in one is a tedious and heavy workload that a lot of people don't really know about or think about until they're up in it and they're like, oh, I got 300 clips today.
I think the word you're trying to use is it's a bitch.
Spot on. Yeah. It is a lot of work. It's a lot of tedious work that you don't realize until you're on the computer looking at 300 clips. You're like, oh, shit, I got to put together 10 videos right now, or like one big thing right now. Like, damn. Or you're on set, like, or at a restaurant or whatever you're shooting. Like, oh, I got to shoot all this right now. And all right, I got to plant this, do this, stage this. It's a lot of creative work. And you don't realize it until you're up in it.
I think my biggest advice before you even do anything, love what you do. I think that's, you know, I see a lot of people in the industry of not liking what they do, and you can tell. But at the same time, my advice, you know, to anyone, you know, young or old, you know, try it out, stick to it. You know, people are, you know, out there starting at a young age, and I would say, you know, you never know, trial and error. And I think that's what gets a lot of us here, you know, far in life, because we've been through, you know, that trial and error season, and through all of us. So you never know. So, throw it at the wall, see if it sticks, you know?
Right there.
You know, I like what Chris just said. He said, you got to love what you do. And I tell you something, though. Somebody told me once, you don't have to love what you do, but you make yourself love what you do. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you got to trick your mind to do it, you know? A professional athlete, hell, they don't want to be out there at 4 o'clock in the morning and grind away. But, you know, but somewhere along the way, it's like, you know what? I love running. Even if you hate running, I love running. There's something about that lingo. It helps you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a quote my parents would always say is, do what you love, you'll never work a day in your life.
Damn right.
That's right.
That's
right.
Great
That's
one.
right. Yeah.
Great one.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I want to build off that, actually, you know. He said something, I'm sure we all have like our favorite quote, something that a motto that we want to share. Let's go ahead and do a quick intermission, right? Share a quote or a motto that you really want to share. Maybe it goes undervalued, or, you know. Go ahead.
Take care of the possible and trust God with the impossible.
Heard that.
Pete, let's hear this one.
Well, I got a few, but I'm going to share one with you guys. And this will fit any industry for that matter. And that is, here's this. Rising tide raises all ships. Here's what I mean by that. It don't matter what industry that you're in. Regardless what you do in life, look out for the guy right next to you. I like it. Like this conversation that we're having right now. If one individual, Pete, for example, try to have a lengthy response, it takes away from some people. Rising tide raises all ships.
That's good. I think for me, my dad would always say, and something I live by, is put God first, your family, your friends, and then work. And if none of those work out, you know, when it comes like 2, 3, and 4, go back to number 1 and you start from there.
Okay, cool. I would just say a quick one. Me, I'm very big on health and awareness. My biggest thing is you can't help others if you can't help yourself. Make sure you're helping yourself before you try to help others, right? It may sound a little selfish. It really isn't, though. In order for you to help others, you got to make sure you're good first. So make sure y'all take care of yourself, like for reals. Okay?
Bam!
That's good.
With that being said, what's something that your audience doesn't know about you, that doesn't get to see, and you just want to share with them, right? Just this is, again, another question for vulnerability, or maybe just gaming them up on who you are and what you do a little more in depth.
Pete, you can go first.
Oh man, that's gonna be a tough one. You know what? Most people don't realize I'm not 5'8". I'm 6'5".
Yeah, okay. Is there any?
That was it.
I mean, I am a former D1 hockey player. I've been playing hockey for about 20 years, probably since I was like 10, 11 years old. I'm actually going through a knee injury right now, but yeah, I've been playing goalie my whole life. Love the sport, love to play. That's it.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I'm a musician as well. Okay. My first passion. Been playing music since middle school. You know, started with worship music, got into it, toured with the Christian worship band for about 2 years. I almost moved to Huntington Beach, but COVID happened, and I stayed, in San Jose, and yeah, and now I'm doing this.
Let's talk a little bit about our future, right? I know I heard a couple comments about 2026 coming up. We got a couple events, and I know this is going to be good for, I think, any content creators, right? Let me correct myself with that. Yeah, so tell us about any plans you guys already have for your future, maybe within this upcoming year, or any collaborations you're going to be doing with people, so that we can make your people, the public, aware of them, right? What are you going to be working on? What should we be looking forward to?
Well, I go day by day. I really don't think about tomorrow, and definitely God has that in His hands, and yeah, tomorrow is going to be unveiled. That's it.
Man, I'm not as awesome as you are, brother. I have to look into the future myself. I have to, every steps that I take, it's laid out before me. At least I try to. As far as what we're doing for San Jose, we think that Pete B Center, according to our financial analysis, we think we're going to generate about $125 million in economic impact for downtown San Jose, from hotels to parking to restaurants and so on and so forth. We have about 200 bands and DJs and all that good stuff that we're projecting to do. I'm excited about 26. You've already heard about our partnership with Holo Holo for our 6 concerts, 6 festivals that we got lined up at Discovery Metal. I'm excited. With the FIFA coming, with Super Bowl and March Madness and so on and so forth, San Jose is getting on the map.
Yeah.
The mayor's got this right. The mayor talks about an economy-based, an experience-based economy. Basically, what he's looking for is warm bodies. That's going to breed more warm bodies into downtown San Jose. And I think we're on the right track.
Yes.
I got a toy drive coming up. December 20th is our big day. We already have over 100 families signed up for toys. So, if you're a small business, entrepreneur, whoever you are, we love to partner up with you, and get these toys for these kids and families and stuff. So that's the biggest thing.
While we have you right now with this question, tell us a little more about this toy drive. Tell us maybe some details. Is it limited? You said you're inviting collaborators.
Yeah.
This is the right time so that we can get that exposure to them. Give us the details.
The biggest thing what we're looking for, we're doing toy drive in December. Anyone who wants to help market, promote. I think the biggest thing is what we really need is toys. And so if anyone, a business or whatever wants to donate, we have until December 19th to get all these toys to these families. We're gonna host it at the Blessed Side Church over on the east side. That's where we're gonna distribute. It's gonna be really big. We're partnering up with Best Area Foods, us, Kiara, and then a lot of local businesses all around. So if you're anyone, you want to spread the word. We want to make it big. We love to have you, no matter who you are, big or small.
And where can they reach you to connect with you for this toy drive?
We have links in our bios of Best Area Food, our personal one, Chris Somatic. We're gonna have links all there. You can find everything. Email us, DM us, whatever it is. We'd love to have you. Any information want to give you to know anything, just hit us up.
Thank you.
What was the question before this?
So the question, I gotta jog my memory. I'm like, right? Was what is it the audience one, right? Yeah.
26.
What is your plan for your future? You know, do you have a plan yet? Do you look into your future?
I mean, every year that this has passed, Best Bay Area Food has just grown. Like every year that I've been running this page or doing this business, the page has just started to grow. And over the last 2 years, it's been way more significant than the last like 6. And so with the partnerships, with the collaborations, I feel like this next year we're ready to bring on more shooters, bring on more, build the team, expand the team. That's something that's super exciting, and that's where I think the future lies with Best Bay Area Food, is bringing on more people, getting more people involved, production-wise. Yeah.
A question for, in general, how do you balance authenticity versus trends? Are you normally just stick to authenticity? Are there any trends that you do pick up at times? How do you balance that as content creators?
Well, I think of being authentic is the best way to go, right?
Okay.
Just be yourself around camera. The first question people ask, like, hey, are you on camera? Are you the same person off camera? Definitely am. Come on. So, yeah, just be yourself. Then after that, everybody will see past that and gravitate to your following. Mr. Pete.
One of the challenges that I have is I'm too fucking raw for most people, right? I turn some people off, to be honest with you. However, I like that question, brother. I appreciate you for asking that. Because I feel like when you're authentic, when you're real means, what do you do behind the scenes? Do you cuss? I fucking cuss all the time. So being real, I actually end up cussing on camera like we do now. Hopefully we don't get banned here.
Yeah.
But being real, I think it brings out a certain element to people, and I feel like it shows. It shows on camera. It shows in your personality. I like to believe I'm as friendly as I am here as I am if you were to see me at a park somewhere or on the street. I'll be, hey brother, how you doing? We're gonna shake hands. We're gonna give hugs and all that good stuff. I don't think it changes for me.
That saying that never meet your heroes. I felt like, or one time, it was maybe 2019, 2020. I met someone who I looked up to, and it wasn't what you thought. And from then on, I'm like, I told myself, I'm gonna be the same person you're gonna see on camera, out here in the streets, no matter what. And the humorous, the funny. When it comes to like trends, yeah, we try to be trendy, but it's gonna be the same person no matter what you see on camera out here in the streets as well.
Yeah, I get a lot of slack for a lot of videos like, oh, you didn't really like that, blah, blah, blah. You didn't say much. I'm like, I'm kind of a shy guy on camera. I don't really say that much. And I don't really react like a lot of people or a lot of foodies do when they taste food. It's like, yeah, it's great. Tastes good. Like, I don't know. So I feel like I'm my authentic self on and off camera.
Nice. I like that. Have you all received any message or feedback from, the people, the public, on your content creations that stood out to you, whether it would have been negative or bad, and how did you take that, I'm sure you get a lot of comments, you get it, right?
I'm gonna get a bunch of comments,
Yeah.
a lot of bad ones, a lot of shameful ones. I'm like, but I don't let that get to us or get to me personally. I think it helps motivate us. I think I can speak for all of us. Like, when it comes to the haters, like, we're still going, we still love what we do, and we're still gonna strive for, to be better no matter what. When it comes to all that we do.
Yeah, no, actually got good feedback, actually, because, I deal with kids. Been dealing with kids for about a good amount of time, and most of my following are kids. So, more motivating, and I always kind of teach them and tell them, you could be whoever you want, and if anyone tells you you can't be whoever you want, or you can't do this, can't do that, tell them, fuck you, man. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah. Feel me?
You tell them, brother. You tell them.
And I talk to my kids like that.
Yeah, no, that's the
They
right.
play for me.
That's the right way to do it. You know, for me, it's not now that we changed the lingo from influencer to content creator, right?
Yeah.
I'm a content creator.
There you go.
I'm part of you guys now.
There you go.
I feel cool now. Well, one of the things that I get as a content creator is that I don't have a lot of followers, but we're barely open. We got about a little over 7,000 followers. So I feel blessed. I'm thankful to all of you guys that follow Pete B Center. For me, when people come up to me and say, "Hey, Pete, I heard you. I saw you on TikTok, or I saw you here, and I saw you there," it's validation for me that I'm doing something right. It's getting out there.
You can be the sweetest peach on the tree, but not everyone likes peaches. That's what I got to say, man. A lot of people are going to give you hate no matter what you do, no matter what it is you do. So, fuck them.
Yeah.
I agree.
If you don't get hate, you ain't doing something right.
It's very true.
Okay. With that being said, through your journey, is there anything that you've learned about yourselves with content creation, doing content creation, that you didn't know before?
No.
No? Okay.
I feel like I always liked food, and I found a way to make it my day job to try food and film food. So I guess that's not something that I didn't know already, but yeah.
Good.
Chris?
I find that content creating is actually a lot of fun. You got to go out there and tell people what it is that interests you. Yeah. For me, it's concerts. It's about creating experience for people to come by and enjoy themselves. Hey, listen, most of us, we go through life with many different challenges, be it financial challenges, physical challenge, relationship challenge. I mean, the list just goes on and on. We all have our own battles that we fight. But the one thing for sure that I notice that people can really come together on, that's music. It don't matter if you're straight, gay, somewhere in between, Republican, Democrat, somewhere in between. It don't matter. You turn on that fucking song, we're all we get along.
Yeah. Let's dance.
Yeah.
What was the question again?
Is there anything?
He was talking about some Back to the Future stuff again. Man. I don't know.
Is there anything through your journey in which you've learned about yourself that you didn't know before you started your journey as a content creator?
Damn.
Yeah.
I learned I could eat. That's it. That's it.
Man, oh man.
I need to be a food critic.
Yeah, that's another question. Like in the beginning, getting into this, like, yeah, the food and the drinks was cool, but then I was like, okay, this is like overwhelming. Not to jump into another question, but me and my camera guy, we were hitting up at least like 5-6 places a day. It was getting so tiring, very, very tiring, as you guys should know as well. You guys been doing this for a while, but man, sometimes I was like, I'll take a bite and then just pack everything up for the go. If not, just give it to someone that really needs it. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Bring it to me.
Yeah, give it to Pete. Give it to Pete.
Me and food were best friends.
I think to touch on that about being a content creator is you have something that you don't realize you have to be becoming a content creator is you have to be a good storyteller. Mm-hmm. And I never thought of myself as a storyteller. I was kind of a very one-dimensional artist of okay, photography, here's a photo, done. There's kind of a story in that, but not very much when you're just shooting menu photography for restaurants, and it's just kind of step, repeat, shoot the dish, next one, shoot the dish. And when we got into videos for doing restaurants, it's like, we got to tell the story of this restaurant. I'm not a storyteller. Until I met this guy and started working with him, did I become a storyteller. So that's something I didn't know I had in me until I met him.
That's amazing.
Cool.
I think one thing that I didn't learn about myself, I learned about, a lot of the owners and business people, of San Jose, all the restaurant owners. Everyone's different. Everyone likes something different, and, we can't win them all. And I just, knowing that everyone in San Jose is just that it's interesting. It's cool. It really shows the vibrance of what San Jose is when it comes to all these restaurants, all these business owners, and I developed like knowing how to talk to certain people certain ways and how to read people certain ways, and it's really cool. Everyone's different. Everyone has their views and points, but I think one thing, what makes San Jose is that it's beautiful. Everyone's beautiful in their own way. Small or big businesses.
I want to touch on that, build off that. San Jose, I heard a couple of you guys already mention it. What is San Jose to you, right? A lot of y'all said y'all do content creation for San Jose or to give more exposure to our beautiful city. But what is San Jose to you, right? Besides the home, like I said, try to make it an authentic answer, right? What do you remember growing up with or where is it going?
Yeah, plain and simple, it's a culture. It's a culture. It's very diverse. We have a lot of ethnicities out here and a lot of great food. And that's what the Bay Area is about. South Bay. Pete?
San Jose to me, it's a very, very deep question, man. I'm glad you asked this question because I went to school here in San Jose. I went to Yerba Buena. Grew up in Storing King area, and somewhere along the way did pretty well in life. Live in Los Altos Hills, live in Los Gatos Hills. The last thing that I did before I opened up the venue, I sold my house in Los Gatos. I'm like, you know what? If I'm going to be all about San Jose, I'm moving to San Jose. I took one step beyond. I moved to Mount Hamilton, 20 minutes away. I took one step beyond. I put that fucking house for rent, beautiful view and all that good stuff. I live in downtown San Jose now. I walk to PB Center. So I'm over a 360 resident now if you guys want to come and visit me. Got to go past security first.
Let them know your Social Security.
Yeah. But beyond that, I do want to touch on something about San Jose, man. We're the 6th largest metropolitan city in the whole country. There's pride in San Jose. Mm-hmm. San Jose is the heartbeat of the East Coast, north of Los Angeles. So San Jose is something. It's not just a city, but it's a culture by itself. For us, we're like I said, for entertainment, we're like a tier 2 destination, possibly even tier 3 for Northern California, right? We want to change that, and we have amazing people like this, like you guys, doing amazing stuff for San Jose, for the South Bay, for that matter, right? And we need to get on it, man. Yeah. Keep going.
My heart has always been San Jose growing up. I've seen both parts. The hood parts, the non-hood parts, all of it, and seeing the subcultures that come out, even out of the Bay Area and the South Bay. It's something unique that I just fell in love with growing up here. It's not like anywhere else in the world, but just right here. When it comes to the culture, when it comes to the food, everything all over. I think that's like the biggest thing is that, we want to showcase that no matter who you are or what you do. It's beautiful, and it's something that you won't see anywhere else around. And I believe that, San Jose is, it should be tier 1, definitely, in all aspects. So, that's where I'm at. Love my city.
Yeah, I second that. Born and raised here in San Jose, South San Jose. Shout out the South Side.
We're South Side.
Yeah, it's unique. It's a melting pot. It's diverse. Like there's so much out here. There's culture, community, but it doesn't get the attention it deserves, and that's what everyone here is trying to do: showcase what the San Jose area has to offer.
Just out of curiosity, if you weren't a content creator, what would you be?
I'll probably still be coaching.
Okay.
Yeah, probably still be coaching, but when you're doing stuff for so long, playing the sport for so long, something that falls in your lap becomes refreshing, because it kind of really just made me just start a new life. But life, you never know what is gonna fall in your lap, kind of like what Zach said. But yeah, take it and run with it.
I think I'll be a damn good gigolo. Me and Andrew Tate will be hanging out. Me and Andrew Tate will be ruling the world together if I wasn't doing this.
Piccolo, huh?
He looks crazy.
Damn. So we're gonna be Pete's bitch?
You know, if I wasn't doing this, I'd probably be, 50 pounds lighter for sure. I'd probably still be at Apple right now, but you never know. Guess we'll never know.
Shit, man, I was working at Starbucks before I was doing all this shit, but if I wasn't a content creator, I would have probably been a coach as well. I love playing hockey, love teaching, and that would have been something kind of went hand in hand that I've been doing my whole life and something I would have been able to share and teach the youth how to play.
All right. For people who are interested in becoming creators and have no knowledge, but they're like, man, I want to, live off of doing what I want, making that content that I want. What is advice or guidance that you can offer right now and, share through your experience to save them time, to save them, I don't know if it's money or whatever. What feedback can you give them?
Well, everybody has a talent. Everybody has a hidden talent until you unleash it. So I will probably say, be you, do what you love, and run with it.
A really popular local influencer told me once, he said, just go out there and do it. I used to do like a lot of thought of the day, like motivational stuff that I used to do before a while ago. And I stopped doing it. And he stopped me on the street once and he said, hey, Pete, why did you stop doing this? And I'm like, I don't know why. I just haven't done it. He said, keep doing it. There's a market for it. So whatever it is that you want to do, there's a market for it. You just got to keep on going.
The same thing, yeah. Pete, start doing it. That makes a difference between you of someone not doing it. I would say just start to get creative and make sure your camera lens is clean. That's it.
And listen to the tiger and monkey story from Pete.
I'm going to quote my father here. He would always tell me to find your niche. Everyone has a gift. Everyone's put on this God's given earth with a gift.
Correct.
You have a reason to be here. You have a purpose. You have something to share with the world. Find your niche and just make it happen. And like everyone else here said, just get started. It's not going to be perfect. You're going to fumble your words. It's going to be sloppy. Just keep it going and just keep creating.
Building off that, what makes you an authentic, right, foodie content creator, right? There we have a lot of foodie content creators. What makes it authentic for you? Why should someone want to choose you, watch your stuff over others? What makes you stand out?
I think the quality of our work stands out. We do very good at being storytellers rather than just sitting in a car and eating and rating. That's kind of a dime a dozen nowadays, and everyone on TikTok and Instagram can do it. We try to do our best at doing storytelling, telling the restaurant story from the owner's perspective, from people who work there. We just try to dive a little bit deeper rather than focus on us judging and rating food. We want to be able to give, like I said in the beginning, give the restaurant the spotlight rather than us the spotlight.
I would like to go behind the scenes. I would like to do what the workers do. I would like to put the apron on, put the gloves on, throw the trash out, clean the tables. Everything starts from them. Even though the owner owns the place, it comes from the people. The people make the place, hands down. And I'll probably say that probably separates me. And then not just that, just like experimenting and getting into like all the food and see how the food's made by hand and different type of international food that I've dealt with. It's pretty amazing, man. I never knew I was gonna flip some pizzas in the air or make some quesadillas or birrias or toss some pastas or whatnot. But yeah, pretty much it. Yeah. Mr. Pete.
Oh man, I'm not a food critic yet, but I will be soon because me and food. Like I said, me and food were best friends. But so I'm not qualified to answer that question yet.
We can, disguise it more towards what you do. Yeah. So you said you do music, right? What about your nonprofit is different than maybe other nonprofits that are giving back to DJs, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's okay. Well, thank you for giving me an opportunity to do that. But this is my world now. Yeah. one of the things that for our nonprofit, one of the things that we feel that it's, but at least I feel like it's the provides the most impact is kids. When I say kids, I'm not talking about like newborns and the first 14 years of their lives, right? I mean, sure, there are challenges at that age. I feel like the biggest challenge for most of us adolescents are the adolescent years, and maybe earlier than that. I'm talking about like between 14 and 25. Those are the most dangerous years in most of us. We were the dumbest at that age, but we think we were the smartest. I feel like a lot of us needs those kind of guidance, a lot of kids at that age, and that's what we want to do, is provide those kind of guidance. Give them an opportunity to do something amazing that, maybe, and the capacity to give them an understanding that crime and all that other stuff is not always the solution. There's better ways to do things, than to just run the streets and do some dumb shit that will get you locked up for life. Yeah. Sorry to derail that a little bit.
No, that's fine. Welcome to answer your question how you like.
Damn.
All right, as we come to finish wrapping it up, we're gonna leave it open to an open room. Kind of let your last message. The best way I wanna put it for y'all is, in case you don't happen to be on here again, in case the viewers only happen to see 10 seconds of the clip, 15 seconds, the last of it is the best part, right? We finish off strong. Go ahead, and I'll leave it up to you guys to leave one last message, one last something you want to communicate to the public about yourself, about your content that you create.
Well, I just want to appreciate you guys for having me here. Shout out Vita Eats, all the production and all the camera, Bodega Vibes, and everybody, because without the production and the camera, there's no us. So thanks to you guys for having me, and I appreciate it. And always a shutdown. Bam!
How can I beat that? It's over.
We should have said it for the end.
After the bang is over.
Bam, not bang.
Bam. Okay, all right, bam. Well, I do want to share something, though, and that is this, and something that I learned a while ago. Whatever you do in life, I don't care if you're going to be the bank robber or a politician, or I got to stop using that bank robber analogy.
Yeah,
but
you
you but you get where I'm going with this, and that is this.
We sure do.
Whatever you do in life, whether you think you can or you can't, damn right, you're right. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, you want to be a fucking bank robber? Believe that you can. I'm not encouraging that. Where's the camera? I'm not encouraging that by any means. What I'm saying here is this: whatever you want to do, you want to be a content creator, you want to be an amazing host, you want to be a cameraman, or whatever the case may be. Believe in that shit. Even if you don't, even if you feel fatigued, you're like, man, I'm not feeling like a cameraman today. I'm not feeling like a host today. Fuck that. You're going to be the best fucking cameraman today. You're going to be the best fucking host today.
I like that fucking shit, man.
Just believe that fucking shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah, Pete.
Dang, that's a good question.
Beep. This
Not
whole
a question.
podcast is going to be a lot of
Just
cousins.
Open up the room.
I know this.
Final statement.
Man.
Yeah, I think do what you love. I think that's the message overall. What it is, everyone has purpose. Everyone has, a support team, and we're here to support you guys. If you have any questions, like, we're here. I believe that, we're all here. I believe, San Jose needs more unity, and that's what we want to see more and more with everyone. So if you have questions for any of us, like, we're here to help, and we want to see everyone succeed in what they do, and I feel like this is a team effort overall when it comes to everyone in San Jose, in the city, and around.
Shout out to the production team. Shout out to our gracious hosts. This has been an amazing time. Thank you for having us. And my closing statement and quote of the day is, be the difference you want to see in the world. Take that in.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thank you so much. Once again, thank you for tuning in. It's always love from right here. It's Sabor Sueños podcast. You already know, hosted by Mahi Palace and Elmo Taquerias. We got our lovely content creators. Thank you once again. It was all love out here.
I appreciate you. Hello.
Good job, y'all.